So I found this movie that I started watching, and I wanted to talk about it real quick. And then I'm gonna go outside. But so this movie is one of those movies where I say they layer in some of the truth, and I don't know. Sometimes I find it kind of fascinating how they do it, and they're really good at taking some truth and twisting it into kind of confusion or nonsense. So in this one, I think it's called Infinite, and it's Mark Wahlberg. I don't know why I like that guy. He's just, I don't know, he just is Mark Wahlberg, you but anyways, he's fun. He's a lot better than Matt Damon, I'll tell you what. And I swear to God, I don't know if they're the same person or what's going on there. But he's the doppelganger, and the good one's Mark Wahlberg. So, anyways, in this movie, the concept is reincarnation, and you have these infinites, and you have these deniers or something. I don't remember what they called them. So you have these people who reincarnate all the time, and they said 500 people who can remember all recall of their past lives, and those people all feel in mission to teach other people. This is something I keep talking about all the time. And so then they have the ones who are against they're against human beings. They think they're too stupid. They want to end them, and they are doing something with arranging in their DNA. So see how they are always putting a little bit of truth in with this stuff, but then they'll make it sensationalized. They've made it into a action movie. So it's an action movie for these people who are trying to save the world from the people who are trying to destroy it because humanity's too stupid and just done with it. And the reincarnation people who've come to save, and it's this battle of good and bad, and for humanity's soul. Which, I mean, you could just put that into a new book of a new Bible. So, anyways, they, this is them battling it out and having past life memories. I thought one of the things that was interesting is something I just talked about, an hour ago, was things that you have that are memories that have no relevance to anything in your life. Like, where does that come from? They talk about that in this movie. And I just thought, but that's the funny thing is, like, I'll get these weird confirmations all the time. Like, I'll talk about something, and then these confirmations will come, like, all the time. I always feel it's like them communicating, and which was another movie that I really, really liked, because I felt like it was showing some, and I talked about it a few months ago. I can't remember what it was called. I'm horrible with that stuff. Oh, yeah, I just got a scratch. Okay, so I found something on there. I wanted to talk about it real quick before I go outside. I haven't quite finished it. I'm almost the end, but I pretty much got the gist of it. But this is one of those shows that I talk about when it will have some disclosure that is mixed in with their story. And so in this story, it is these people, and it's about reincarnation. These people, it's called Infinite. And it's got Mark Wahlberg. I think he's a doppelganger of Matt Damon. Mark Wahlberg's a better one, I think. Matt Damon. I don't know about that guy. All this business. So, anyways, in this, superhero or action hero thing. And so, it is this reincarnation people, and the other people that are against humanity. I think they're too stupid, and they want to end humanity, which, there's always a little bit of truth in there. So, and then you got the infinites, the people who remember all their past lives, and they feel it's their mission to come and share knowledge with the other souls so the other souls can learn, which is, they put the truth right in there with it. And this is the battle between, like, essentially the good and the bad, right? The ones that are trying to do well for humanity and the ones that want to destroy humanity. So it's this good and bad. They turned this whole thing into an action. Like, it's a lot of fast cars and, falling off cliff, past lives kind of stuff, and which, I'm sure has happened to many people. I swear to God, I think that's where the falling dream comes from. I think that we've all fallen some pretty, when that happens, it is so jolting, it scares the shit out of you. But so in this one, it has, it's showing about reincarnation, and showing about the mission that a soul feels when it becomes enlightened, awake to the truth, that it feels motivated to help others to learn the truth. So they have all that in there, and then it's definitely the force that wants to destroy, and that's there. And because we're always playing out that good and bad too. We always have to have these two opposing forces so that we can try and understand them. And that has been something that has been shown over and over and over and over and over, so we can try and understand it. That was in this age, by the way, that to learn about this good and bad. But what you come out of it is to understand there is no good or bad, that it is two forces that must have each other to work together to create. So there is no one force without the other. They need each other to find balance, right? So as a soul, you learn that through these lives, hopefully. You learn that through these lives so that you can learn as to not judge and to, be more open to experience. And, this is where they take that apart and they turn it dirty, because then, a person who's a new age person could say something like that. Well, then you have the dark force who's going to take that and twist it and say, see, they just want you to all be, decrepit. They want you to all be, the moralist society. But that doesn't align. That doesn't line up if you use your logic, because what are we talking about all the time? How to get closer to God, how to get closer to positive, how to feel better, how to raise your vibration. We don't ever say go and do things to other people, go hurt other people. That you're gonna find pain when you do those things. You will find pain deep inside your soul. All of the people in the New Agers, or whatever you want to call, the reincarnation freaks, whatever, all the weird labels, is trying to tell you, you will carry what happens here. You imprint it into your soul. You have a karmic debt. You have a responsibility to your actions. You have a responsibility to be a soul incarnating, whether or not you feel you have an attachment, whether or not you're awake to who and what you are. You still have a responsibility. So you're creating debt for yourself without even knowing there's a bank. You think like you can just say, oh, I did all these bad things, but Jesus is Lord and Savior, and it all goes away. But that's not how it works. And so you bring that debt with you. You bring those memories with you. You bring a lot of stuff. And that's what people are trying to get across. We talk about reincarnation. And so, I like that in this, that they did show about reincarnation and the mission and the understanding, and there is an opposing force, that's for sure. There was something else. This is the second time I had to do this. I'm trying to think what it was I said in that one. Right when I started talking, all of a sudden there was like something stabbed me in the throat, and I couldn't quit coughing. It was a horrible feeling. So I had to stop. There was something else I said. I wanted to... But that other movie, and I talked about this one a couple of months ago, I can't remember what it was called. I'm horrible with the names of movies. I don't remember if there was people who I even recognized that were in it. And it was something about a girl who was able to silence her memories, or not her memories, her thoughts. So in the movie, all of the different people, they had all of their thoughts were all outside of them. And then they had also like their ancestry and stuff, always talking to them and stuff. And I was talking about that is real. They're showing that in like a visual perspective, but and you don't have that visual if you're closed into three-dimensional and all you can see is what is presented before you, and then you have no concept of out there. So while they have people locked in here, they have no concept that people are talking to them, but there's people talking to them all the time. You have all like that really represented it really cool, I thought, the way they showed the different voices and stuff like that. Another thing in this one too, they also do the whole thing about this guy being diagnosed as schizophrenic, because that's another thing, is these people who are being diagnosed and put on medication, when that's the wrong way we should be treating this, for sure. There could be some people who, need some more special care or something, but, when I was a nurse for the psych people, there was a definite consistency. They're always dealing with angels and devils and other beings around them talking to them. You want to tell them it's all in their head and put them on medication. I don't think all that stuff's in their head. I think some people have the ability to see past what is in front of us. And we can all cut everybody off and call everybody crazy, tell them to go away. That just limits you. That's a limitation of yourself that you create. So, or you can open yourself as an explorer to all information, gather it, and come up with your own conclusions. That's science. So, or, you can just sit around like a scared little bitch. I don't know, you decide. But anyways, I really liked that part in the movie. It's called Infinite, I think. And I thought that was, really good. And, I think that there needs to be more recognition to reincarnation, because that is our real life. That is the real existence of a soul. So anyways, I just wanted to get that out there. I'm going to go sit outside with poor little Stella. And right now, this time of year, not only is there something weird going on, this like fall, where all these pine needles are falling. It's like, it doesn't matter how many times you rake, it just keeps being more and more and more. It's weird. But this is like the time of the season where all of the little spiders that are cute when they're coming down in the beginning of spring, and they're dropping down these little tiny things. And I swear you can hear them like having fun, and it's so cute. But now they're all big, and they've all had babies. So there's tons and tons of little ones and tons of big ones everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh. This is the part where I go out, like I'll have a stick or a rake or something, and you got to be like sweeping in front of you. I can't even tell. You can do that, and I'll still guaranteed walk through spiderweb. They're just everywhere. I'm not shitting. So I'm still going to go outside and, brave the spiders. So have a great day. And really, if you're going to look into stuff, like I said, Gaia Channel is a great place to start, because it's less controlled, I think, or somehow it's got more information than you're going to find in regular ones. But there's, so much stuff about reincarnation. And reincarnation is, that's a good place to start if you want to understand about a soul. So, okay, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.